Look at you with the full red outfit. Is
Yeah,
that on purpose?
I was told that you like red, so I was
I
like,
do.
okay, I guess I better rock the red hat. I've also got like it's Anubis, the whole ancient
Oh, red and lightning. My mom's favorite color. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good interview.
into it. Let's start with the new song, which
Let's
features
do it.
Black Bear. Now he's like my favorite rapper to get on a song that's like about a toxic situation because he
He's
just
very good at that.
he's so good at it. Was he somebody that you had in mind when you wrote that song?
Actually, no. I wanted to get him on a different thing, but then multiple friends over the course of like a day and a half were like, Blackbird would be like really good on that. And I was like, hmm. I was like, actually true. So I sent it over to him and he was like, yeah, this is fucking sick. Then he was like, yeah, I definitely want to be on this. Da, da, da. We talked about it. I was like, awesome. And then we left for the UK and Europe, and like maybe like a month went by, and I just kind of wasn't thinking of it anymore. I was just like, yeah, that would be sick. But so much in music gets talked about and like not executed. So I was like, yo, that would be cool. But I'm not gonna like force anybody to like do anything. And on one, actually, the day before the last day of the whole tour, he was like, hey, he was like, yo, we got to do this song, and you got to come do some dates on my tour. And I was like, okay, let's go. Like, sure. And then he sent it over like the next day or the next morning or something. And I was like, oh my God. Because, we're on different like time zones at that point. I was stoked. And then we were going back and forth about different lines and different lyrics, like while I was on the plane, like flying home. And it was crazy to be getting like voice memos. You know what I mean? And be like, what if it was like this kind of line? What if it was like. But yeah, it was sick. I don't know why I hadn't considered him for that one. I had him in mind for a different one. Maybe we'll just make a full EP and he's featured on every song.
Yeah, like Drake and 21 Savage did the whole album where they're just on
Right.
their songs. Waterparks and Black Bear for 12 songs.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be like, Black Bear, can you do something for me?
I love that. All right. Well, seriously consider it. But first, we got to get intellectual property out.
Yeah.
Now, the first obvious question about this album is why is there a blue poison dart frog on the cover of it?
I don't want to get too deep into it right now, but there's a lot of themes on the album that there's a lot of themes on the album that have to do with, I guess, overcoming certain programming that you receive like when you're, younger and trying to like push past that. And and it's a very delicate thing to talk about just because it can the topic in general can just turn so many people off. But there's one big part of it is has to do with religious guilt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get more into it as we get closer to the release, because I like to kind of like roll things out slowly. But that's what it has to do with. Not to be like a super villain about it, but all will soon be revealed.
Fair enough. Can you reveal this for us? Everyone wants to know if the frog has a name.
Man, they want to know the dumbest shit. Of course he does.
Oh yeah, what is his name?
I can't tell you yet.
Okay.
His name is Alex Waters.
Oh, nice. I like that. That's very cool. Well, now until the album comes out, that's all they have to work with. So I'm going to take it.
It's just gonna be like forever ingrained in like the process. Like they were calling him Alex Waters for a second.
My little part of Parksy history. How about
Yeah,
that?
there you go.
All right, let's get into the property tour. Just announced you're hitting pretty much
Yes.
all the places that there is to hit. Not on
Oh,
the
don't say that. Don't say that because every time we announce any tour, everybody's like, "You're not coming to my backyard," and I'm like, "I promise, I'm traveling further than you would have to travel for like the closest show to you. I mean, as long as you're in North America,
okay,
yeah."
you're hitting all the places and cities
We're,
and states except the ones that you hate, supposedly.
and I do hate all of them. If we're not coming to your city, it's because I hate you. I hate you so much. No, um, no, but yeah, we're going a whole lot of places. It's a full length tour. Like, it's gonna be crazy though.
I don't know if I fully understand the Waterparks lore, so forgive
Okay.
me if this is going to be a little strange. There's this idea that Otto in the band is some kind of notorious criminal, maybe a little bit out of the loop, possibly kept in a cage in your basement. So has anyone told Otto that you guys are going on tour?
I think he's kept in a cage in his own basement. I
Okay.
think he does it to himself. He's a freak. I try and warn people, but like they don't want to hear me out.
Mm.
And soon he'll have a Netflix documentary and it'll be like, oh my God, like he lives in the woods. He doesn't have social media. It's a whole thing. But no, everybody's like, he's joking. And I'm like, no. Um, so we'll see what happens. But I told him we have a tour.
Mhm.
Um and I we have updates sent his way. That way, because otherwise he might be a little bit left out of the loop. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But no, he is aware
Okay.
that it's. I don't know if he knows much else yet.
That's fine. Now, I
Yeah.
was going to ask about the three of you guys, but maybe it's just the remaining two if Otto is a little bit out of the loop. How does Waterparks as a band come up with a set list for a tour like this?
So what's going on? I'm staring at the draft one that I have right now, but it's still a little bit too short. It's just what the way we would normally do it is I would draft something up and I would send it to the guys and they would be like, I hate playing these two. And I'd be like, okay, well, let's talk about it. And you know what I mean? Like, and now with, yeah, like, what was it? We were playing when we did the My Chem tour and the Black Bear tour. Otto was like, what if we took Stupid for You off the set? I'm like, I think that's a dumb idea. And he's like, I think we should do it. And I was just like, fine. You know what I mean? Like,
There's not like a democratic process. It's just kind of if one of you guys is unhappy with it, you just axe it and put something else in there that
it's
everyone's
it's
happy
pretty
with.
easy. Like, I don't know. Apparently, like I hear about bands fighting all the time, and I'm like, how? Like, just if you don't, if Jeff doesn't want to play Pink, if Otto doesn't want to play Not Warriors, whatever, we just won't do it.
Is there a song from the upcoming intellectual property album that you're all really looking forward to playing?
All of us really like playing Real Super Dark. That one's not out yet, but we've been playing it just because it's like fun.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like when people would play songs live before they were out, and I would just like watch live videos. I thought that was always so cool. And I think it's a fun way to like let a song circulate, and that way when they hear it, they're just gonna be like, "Oh my god!" Because in the way that thought about it like this, for we had this album called Fandom,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why I said had. We still have it,
Yeah, it
but
hasn't disappeared.
we haven't deleted it yet. Um, but there was like live versions of songs that we would do instead of like album ones. You know what I mean? And even if it's not like complete overhauls, it was still such an interesting version to like hear the album one and then hear the live one. I thought it'd be really cool this time to be like, here's the live one, now here's the album one.
Sure, sure. Now, when we sort of talk about the process of touring, how do you, as a group or maybe individually, pass the
Yeah.
time on the tour bus?
Oh my god. So I try and sleep a lot. I started taking vocal lessons like 2021, I guess,
Okay.
or like late 2020, and they would not stop stressing about how much you need like minimum 8 hours sleep or your voice is going to be kind of shot, which I didn't know.
Wow.
But there's also, and then also sleeping a ton so you don't get sick, because the more you sleep, the more your shit rebuilds and all that. So I mean, I really try and sleep a lot, but Otto sleeps more. I think he might be busy at night with his crime. He'll text the group at like 2:30 or 3 p.m. and be like, where is everybody? Da, 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 da. We're like, we're like in the venue, or like we're out doing this thing or whatever. And he's like, oh, fuck me. So everybody just left me. Da, da, da. We're like, dude, you can hear like 12 people waking up and like shuffling around you. Set an alarm. Do something. He's like, oh, fuck me. It's just me alone in the bus again. We're like, bro, it's 3 p.m. We're not just gonna. What, you want us to sit around like waiting for you?
So you guys
Let's
don't
get.
wake them up then, huh? You guys don't like give them a little shove?
I feel like I wouldn't want anyone to shove me.
Do unto others, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Well, another thing I just noticed, I'm wearing a purple jacket and your wall is purple.
Yes, it is.
Dude, we're really matching right now.
Yeah, well, this really was meant to be right here, right now in this moment, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Let's talk about lyrics. Waterparks has so many interesting lyrics.
Yeah.
Things that fans relate to, things that fans are confused by, and things that I've seen referred to as the lyric. So that's the one that like
The
hits in the heart.
lyric.
Yeah, the lyric. For
Whoa.
you, Awsten Knight, what is the Waterparks lyric?
That's way too hard. See, people ask that, but I think it was like after the first album or something, I was like, so we put out an EP called Cluster, and we toured 2016 for like the first time, but we did like the whole year on that. Then the next year it was Double Dare, and during all this time, we were writing, or like I would like write out so many tattoos for people at shows that I was like, I really need to make sure. And some of them, like, it wouldn't even just be like the same one every time. Like, there are some that are more common, but there are some where I'm like, you want that? And I had to kind of like make sure that like, I wouldn't, my rule of thumb was, I was like, I can't feel weird writing any of these as tattoos. Like if I can't picture myself like writing it out for someone and being feeling good about it, like here you go, this will be on you forever. Probably shouldn't do it.
So that's kind of become your new guide as a
For
songwriter.
the most part, sometimes I still like saying out of pocket stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if I'd write it for tattoos. Like, if somebody asked me to write, like, from Funeral Grey, like, she said, I know your dying wish is to be baptized in my spit. I'd be like, I don't think you should have that tattooed. Like, and they'd be like, please. And I'd be like, I don't think you should. And they would say, please. And I'd be like, fine. And I would write. And I'd see it on Twitter and be like, God damn.
Like they really went and did it, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that doesn't seem like the worst tattoo that I've ever seen in my life. I
We
think.
have a manager named Sherry. And one time somebody was, one thing that they do often
Mhm.
is they're like, just write something. And I'm like, what's it for? And they're like, just anything. And I'm like, what? And they're like, it's for a tattoo. And I'm like, like they'll tell me after. So on this one paper I wrote, you like, okay, fuck me, I'm sorry. I always do this and I go on little side mission stories. It's
No, this is great. This is great.
okay. Apparently it would always be cheaper when we were coming back from the UK to do like to fly in the wrong direction for 3 hours and then fly to Turkey and then fly back another 3 hours and then basically start the trip. So it adds like 6 hours to an already international flight. And I always hated it. And so I wrote on this one paper, you can't make me go to Turkey, Sherry. And they got that like tattooed on their side. I was like, no.
What?
Yeah. Or I wrote like Whole Foods on a paper once and somebody got that tattooed.
You should just know at this point, though, that everything you write will eventually be permanently etched in ink on somebody's body.
Well, yeah, I've started writing like mom and then like a heart around it or like Jesus and a heart around it just to like, I'm like, here you go.
Time will tell if they get that as a
Right.
tattoo.
Right.
You describe yourself on your Twitter bio as a
Uh-oh.
future reality TV show host if all goes poorly. And I wanted to know which reality TV show are you gunning for if this whole water parks thing doesn't work out?
Ooh, good question. I wouldn't want it to be Survivor just because I feel like they're all stinky. Big Brother would be hard because they're also stupid. Um,
So no stinky and no stupid. Those are your rules.
that cuts out a lot of the reality shows. Wait, come on, reality shows. Okay, dude, oh, you okay? 90 Day Fiance is crazy. I can watch like an episode and a half, and then I just start feeling bad. I watched The Ultimatum. That made me so upset. Ooh, I want to watch the one where like little kids are baking. Is it Master Chef Babies or some shit?
I think it's Master Chef Junior. We're probably
Dude,
both wrong.
yeah, I would say that so I can watch a little freak cut some time, or
Uh,
like maybe Impractical Jokers because I genuinely do enjoy watching that.
that would be amazing. You could be the fourth impractical Joker. How about that?
Yeah. No, their fan base would hate me. They'd be like, "You can't replace him." I'd be like, "I know that. I'm not even Italian."
That does seem to be the prerequisite. Here's
Yeah.
another thing that I saw, kind of strange on social media related to water parks. Uh,
What?
yeah, I know, right?
I don't
You
know.
guys had some water parks themed condoms made, and they all
We
showed
did.
a little staple in them, which
That was really bad. Like, because I wanted condoms, and I even repitched this in a new like a recent product meeting. I was like, "Can we do it correctly?" But I really wanted to have our faces on the end of the actual condoms.
No.
Yeah. So like when they stretch, it's like us looking excited.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
They said that's not legal.
So that rules out the future possibility of more water parks condoms then?
Unless I go rogue and like make some. How much is
Nice.
it? Is it to make custom condoms? Here we go. Custom condom printing as low as 25 cents. That's probably what they did the first time. Wait, custom foil condoms.
Hmm.
Oh, buddy.
Oh boy.
Wait, this isn't even expensive. Hang on. If you order 1,000, they're only 60 cents a piece. That's literally nothing. What? Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing after this call.
Let's transition back on topic. This is my last question for you, Austin, and I appreciate your time and all the fun answers so far. If you personally could relive one moment of your career for the first time all over again, which specific moment would that be?
Would I be reliving it with my current knowledge, or would it be like a Men in Black, like boop, like brain wiped, and then I just do it again?
Let's do this. You can choose which moment
Oh my god!
upon which you immediately forget it, but then immediately get to relive it for the first time all over again.
There's a few. Can I list a few?
Please go ahead.
I like that you're saying yes to all these like stipulations or things because our tour manager Lucas is constantly giving us the worst like would you rather like asking a question like this but making it in like the worst way. And if I'm like do I get to have my current knowledge? He's like, no. Just like whatever is good, he like takes it away. And I'm like, I hate you.
No, you can have all the good things you want here for this.
I remember being I was playing it cool, but very excited when and I didn't know what was to come. But when it was like before we signed our very first deal, I remember we were talking like a couple labels had shown interest. Then the one that we wound up going with it offered us a deal where they're like, we're gonna leave you alone, let you do all creative, blah blah blah, this and that. It sounded great. And I was just like, oh damn. So I told the other ones like that we had been kind of talking to for like, 6 months or whatever, just like very lightly. But I was just like, hey, we just got this offer. I think we're gonna do it. And they're like, don't do it, just wait. And I was like, okay. So then we had like multiple labels being like excited about us at the same and like literally like the night before we're like passing out CDs and stuff like demos. So I remember just being like, okay, just let me know. Hang up. And I was like, woo! And I was like in my room, just like, oh my god, multiple labels. Like I was just like so stoked. And let me see. So that was a great one. Leaving for our first tour was very exciting because it was just like, oh my god, we're in a van. I've seen pictures of like all my favorite, like Taking Back Sunday and My Kim and like Blink 182, like all these people, like they've all been in vans and now we're in a van. Like our first bus was really cool. I was like, God damn, it's a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
If I could choose to relive it with my current knowledge, I would totally go do Reading and Leeds main stage again. I was very nervous, but I'm like, dude, you're fine. Yeah, we'll go with those.
Of course. No, those all sound like pretty awesome moments. So, I mean, it goes without saying, but congratulations on the success. You don't get to your upcoming
Oh,
studio album without doing pretty well for yourself. So,
thank,
that's awesome.
thank you very much. Technically, anybody can do it if they just keep having too many ideas.
I mean, I guess that's true, right? CD Baby and all that
Yeah,
makes
that's the thing. No, you don't need to be signed to push it out. If anybody's hearing this, you don't fucking need anything. And the second you start getting offers and stuff, it's because you have more to offer than you think. Just do your shit, man. But just do everything you can for as long as you can. Trust me.
Yep. I completely agree. Because, I mean, on my side of things too, you
Yeah.
see young artists who are just dying for a record deal will sign anything.
Like, they know they shouldn't do it, but they do it.
Well, it's tempting, when somebody throws an amount of money in front of you and says, sign here. It's very hard to say no.
We signed for no money. It was tight.
Wow.
Wow.
So we're looking out for the new album, Intellectual Property, some point 2023. Also hitting the road for that Property tour. It's going to be Austin, Jeff, Otto, and the Blue Poison Dart Frog, whose meaning will be revealed later. Everything's really coming together for you guys this year. You excited?
Oh, I'm very excited. These shows are going to be ridiculous. We're working on the design and everything now. It's going to be. Are you going to come?
I'm going to try to. Yeah.
Oh, boo!
I do night shows, so I'm always busy at night. I mean, I guess I could request off a day or something.
Yeah, or do it at the show.
If we do that, that means I get the backstage interview, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. That was easy.
There
All right. Well, Awsten, lead singer of Waterparks, I really appreciate your time. Best of luck with everything next year, and you enjoy getting ready for that tour, man.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.